You won't believe how easy it is to learn English UK. Introduction. Forget the struggle. Here's the secret to learning English UK effortlessly. Learning British English can seem like a daunting task. Maybe you've tried memorizing endless grammar rules, or maybe you've given up after struggling to understand the accent. But what if I told you there's an easier way? You don't need expensive courses or months of intense studying to speak English UK confidently. Today, I'll share practical, easy-to-apply methods that will make learning English feel natural and enjoyable. By the end of this, you'll see how simple it is to integrate English UK into your life without feeling overwhelmed. Chapter 1. Immerse yourself in British culture, no plane ticket required. The easiest way to learn English UK is to surround yourself with the language in real-life contexts. You don't need to move to London or Manchester. Technology brings British culture right to your doorstep. Here's how you can dive in. Watch British TV shows and movies. Shows like The Crown, Peaky Blinders, or Doctor Who are not only entertaining but packed with authentic British accents and slang. Turn on subtitles to match spoken words with their written forms, and eventually try watching without them. Follow British YouTubers or influencers. From beauty bloggers to comedians, there's a creator for everyone. Hearing their conversational tone will help you mimic the way native speakers talk. Stream British radio stations or podcasts. Platforms like BBC Sounds or Spotify have plenty of UK-based programs covering everything from news to comedy. Try The Rest is History or Off Menu for engaging content. Pro tip: dedicate specific times of your day to these activities. Watch a British show during dinner or listen to a UK podcast during your morning commute. Repetition and consistency will work wonders. Chapter 2. Start small. Daily English habits anyone can build. Mastering English UK doesn't require drastic changes to your schedule. Start by integrating the language into what you already do every day. Morning vocabulary practice. Write 3 to 5 new words each morning and create sentences with them. Use apps like Quizlet to create flashcards and review words. Afternoon listening routine. While exercising or cooking, listen to a British audiobook or a podcast. Repeat phrases you hear aloud to practice pronunciation. Evening writing reflection. Spend 5 to 10 minutes writing a short diary entry about your day in English. Focus on using new words and expressions you've learned. The key: keep these habits short and manageable. Consistency is far more important than cramming. Chapter 3. Speaking English is easier than you think. Many learners are scared of speaking, but you don't need perfect grammar or a wide vocabulary to start. Here's a simple 3-step approach. Learn common phrases first. Focus on practical phrases you'll actually use, like greetings, hi there, how's it going? Everyday interactions. Can I have a coffee, please? What time is the bus? Polite responses, that's lovely. No worries. Mimic native speakers. Choose a short clip of a British speaker and try to imitate their tone and rhythm. Pause after every sentence and repeat it aloud. Practice with language partners. Join platforms like HelloTalk or Tandem to chat with British speakers. Don't aim for perfection, focus on being understood and improving naturally. Remember, it's okay to make mistakes. Every conversation is a step closer to fluency. Chapter 4. Grammar without the headache. Let's face it, grammar can feel overwhelming. But here's the good news. You don't need to memorize endless rules to use correct grammar. Learn it the easy way by seeing it in action. Notice patterns in sentences. When reading or listening, pay attention to how sentences are structured. For example, I went to the park yesterday gives past tense. I'm going to the park now gives present continuous tense. Learn grammar through phrases. Instead of studying rules, focus on commonly used phrases. Can I have teaches you polite requests. I'd like helps with expressing preferences. Use real examples to practice. Write 3 to 5 sentences about your day using the past tense. Describe what you're doing now using the present continuous tense. Tip: grammar apps like Grammarly can correct your mistakes as you write, helping you learn in real time. Chapter 5. Vocabulary made simple. Learn what you need first. You don't need to know 10,000 words to communicate effectively. Focus on learning the most common and useful words first. Start with high-frequency words. Learn categories like greetings, hello, goodbye, cheers, food, bread, tea, biscuits, directions, left, right, straight ahead. Use mnemonics to remember words. Create fun associations to remember vocabulary. For example, biscuit gives imagine a biscuit jumping out of a cup of tea. Learn words in context. Instead of memorizing fast, slow, and race, read a story like The Tortoise and the Hare to see how these words connect. Practice tip: use your new words and sentences as soon as you learn them. The more you use a word, the faster it sticks. Chapter 6. Build confidence by thinking in English. One of the biggest barriers to fluency is translating in your head. To overcome this, practice thinking in English. Start simple. Label objects in your home with sticky notes in English. When walking outside, think, I see a red car, or the weather is cold today. Practice daily narration. Talk to yourself in English about what you're doing. For example, I'm brushing my teeth, or I'm making dinner. Visualize conversations. Imagine introducing yourself to a British person. Practice what you'd say and how you'd respond. Result: you'll naturally form sentences in English without overthinking. Chapter 7. Make learning fun with stories and interaction. Stories are an effortless way to learn vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation at once. Start with simple British stories. Read fairy tales or short novels like Peter Rabbit. Highlight new words and write them down in a notebook. Retell stories in your own words. After reading a story, summarize it out loud or write a quick version in your own words. Engage with interactive stories. Use apps like Duolingo Stories to read and interact with story-based lessons. Bonus tip: audiobooks paired with text versions can help improve your listening and pronunciation skills. Conclusion: learning English UK is easier than you think. Mastering British English doesn't require hours of studying or expensive tutors. By integrating English into your daily life, focusing on small, actionable steps, and using fun methods like stories and media, you can make rapid progress without stress. Your next step. Pick one method from this guide and start today. Remember, the journey to fluency begins with just one small step. Soon, you'll look back and realize how easy it was all along. You've got this.
Subscribe to the channel and share this video if you found it valuable. Knowledge becomes more meaningful when it's shared.